that with those bunkers there in position. Fire bats also see very smartly going. Usually you don't see Terran players go for those fire bats because you might want to get just a few more Marines for those Mutalisks because you know their opponent, but seeing Great go very heavily on the Zerglings, those two fire bats. A couple of fire bats will micro it properly and with stim, even without medic support, can take out a whole control group of Zerglings. While still staying alive, so that's a lot right there. Turrets in nice locations there by C. 3 turrets there on the bottom, third one coming in here. Also, more than enough turrets by C. And you see Terran players these days play a little bit more paranoid with the turrets. Plant down extra turrets just in case. And I find, despite the minerals, I think that's more than good. 75 minerals. An extra 75 minerals, an extra 150 minerals, just to feel safe, just to, so you don't need to keep those Marines around all the time. It's a good position here. Great, going to go for another attack, completely stomped on this. Mutalisks is going to try to take advantage. One single turret there, but a lot of Marines waiting as well. Turret isn't even going to go down, but these Mutalisks just melting so many turrets there for C. C playing very, very conservatively. Very safe, not pushing out right now. Knows he just has to halt this Mutalisks, make sure it doesn't do the damage. Has to be recovered his refinery in range. Going to delay the second refinery, but that's not that much damage. Great, meanwhile, going to take the opportunity to pick up the lower right-hand position for himself. Still those Mutalisks out there, but they're not doing the damage he wants them to. Too many turrets. Hydro is on the way now for him, but I'm not quite sure whether a switch to Lurkers is going to be really what he needs right now. Science facility, machine shop, and control tower on the way, so we're going to be seeing some siege tanks out. Finally, the Mutalisks managed to do some damage, take one turret out. I think managed to take out some medic Marines. Still more turrets being put up here at that main. A lot of Marines just waiting. There's no medics, I think, to support, but more than enough Marines as well. Still medics and a few Marines dying there, but weapons one on those Marines. Really, those Mutalisks taking a heavy pounding, and Great just trying to reinforce and trying to do some bit of damage. Meanwhile, C just getting the scan off, spotting the Hydrogen, spotting the possible switch to Lurker, so he's definitely good on the timing there. Has scans, he's going to have science out there. Mutalisks finally getting a little bit of damage done, picking up some of these SCVs with no Marines in that position running there, but still not the damage I think he wholly wants to do. C, I'm not quite sure whether he managed to scan that lower right-hand position, but I think on these two bases is going to be overloaded. As soon as Science is out there with a radiate, that's going to be a big annoyance to those Mutalisks. So Great has to do some damage now, but those turrets in just the perfect location. The only thing that Great can maybe think of doing is circle around and try to go in from the right side with those Mutas. But I don't know for sure, but I have a slight suspicion that C's ready for that as well. Has that covered. He has those Marines inside of his base, and he does have those turrets on the right side of the barracks. Has turrets in all locations that he feels them necessary. So expending a few extra resources. Yeah, there we go. The two turrets in there on the right side as well, next to the supply depots. But despite those extra resources and a few Marines less to start off, he's still in a very good position. The opposite side, we do see some Hydras coming out. There's probably going to be more to Lurker soon. Queen's Nest on the way, while the third base is coming up. I still don't think C's going to be able to push out towards that lower right-hand position quite yet. I think Great overall with those Mutalisks out there, we should still be able to hold him back. But C really is getting a significant medic Marine force, and if he micros it properly, he could start to push out very soon. And those Mutalisks lacking any sort of carapace upgrade or defense, those Lurkers are going to be extremely important for Great to want to hold C back. Mutalisks going to be able to go inside the main here on that right side, but those turrets that are going to be forced back just managed to pick off a couple FCVs. Not overall the damage he wants to do. Excuse me. Lurkers are finally going to be on the move. The Smooth is going to take a lot of heavy fire still, and Great, despite those 3 bases up, is going to have his hive soon. It's going to start working on as soon as that Queen's Nest up, so those Defilers with those Lurkers might be the answer he needs to hold back, but the Science Vessels out there, Medic Marines are out there. Yeah, not enough. Siege Tank also out there, so C's finally going to start pushing on that Natural Expo. Completely ignore that lower end. Couple of C. Oh, man! No split for the Mutalisks. Extremely late split. Some of the Mutalisks retreating actually towards the Marines are getting slaughtered, and most of the Mutalisks out there now for Great heavily damaged. He's going to be forced to retreat from that middle. Going to be forced to retreat all the way back home. But two tanks out there for C, managing to pick off the Scourge. Heavy damage on one of the Science Vessels, but still staying alive. One Mutalisk hit on that will make it go down. The Lurker's going to go down without doing the damage they want to. And only 3 second colonies, a few Lurkers and Zerglings and Mutalisks to defend back home. Siege Chain's going to manage to siege on this. Science Vessels in position to get the spot on that, irradiating some of those Lurkers to make the most of a trouble as the game goes on. But he definitely has enough of the forces to take this out. Siege Chain's Sunken Colonies, going to go down. Marines is going to force their way here. Going to back off for now with those 2 Sunken Colonies and another one on the way. Great seems to be thinking of going for a counterattack all the way to the Natural of Seas, but I altogether don't think that's a very good idea. I think it's a doomed adventure. That Hive's going to take a few hits to take down, but Great, I think right now needs to utilize all of his forces for defense. Going for a counterattack, not the best positions because C does have quite a bit there. So we're going to see whether Great managed to maybe go for a pincer attack, try to wait until those Marines rush into his main and then attack with forces from behind and hope to catch him in the pincer movement and take him out that way. Working on Nidus canals right now to try to get as many reinforcements to his location as possible. But his sunken colonies are all going down. More reinforcement coming in. They're actually going to be able to catch the pincer lurkers. They're going to be forced to burrow down, not in the best of positions. Siege Chain's going to siege up. Maybe a Science is going to come up there to start sieging on that, but not the best position. Some of these are going to try to run in. Great going to go for a last-ditch effort here with a few lurkers getting some nice hits on those Marines, but not picking off the siege tanks. One single lurker going to go down in seconds, and there's a white guy that you're showing in the moment of the action. What are you doing? Looked all excited. The following round coming up, but it's far, far too late. The second that hive goes down, that's going to be it. No units coming out here for Great in his overall very bad position. A few lurkers and Zerging's going to try to push this back, but C with way too many reinforcements, despite that one nice little lurker movement, not going to be enough. We're going to be seeing GG any second because C forcing his will upon Great and doing an absolutely great job of it. Nice pressure here off two bases. This entire play played very conservatively. There's the GG. C with a great game here. Played conservatively, played defensively, pushed out exactly at the right time when he knew he had enough, and just shut Great down. Great game by C. Going to move on to the winners. Going to see whether he's going to manage to get himself into yet another round of 16. GG guys, wrenching up, assisting. Hope you enjoyed. I need some water.